Hey everyone, it's Melody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I have a different kind of video. If you have been a part of my YouTube channel since like the beginning of times, you know that I kind of started out as a crafting, scrapbooky sort of channel. And since then I've kind of grown into other things, just depending on what my interests are at the moment. But today I'm kind of going back to my roots because I actually crafted a little bit, you guys. So this is actually one of those explosion box cards or explosion box gifts, I guess. My friend is a huge BTS fan, as am I. It is her birthday coming up, so I thought I would actually sit down and try crafting for once. And I made this little explosion card thing, BTS themed, birthday themed for her. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys because I thought it came out kind of neat. I'm actually really impressed with how well I did considering I had no idea what I was doing. This is the very first one I've ever made. So let me show you the actual first layer of the box. So I did have to cut, score, and put together everything. I didn't have like a kit or anything, so I just used all of the paper that I have in my stash. I think most of the cardstock that I use is actually just those big 12x12 pads from Michaels. This is what it looks like from the first lid. So happy birthday here is in some alphas. They're thickers and they're glittery. And then these little pictures that I have of BTS are just Lomos cards or Lamos cards. They're not official like photo cards from BTS or Big Hit. They're just like these little packs that you can buy Amazon or whatnot that just have BTS photos on them. I wanted photos obviously, but not those official photo cards because I wanted to like stick them on these papers. I figured this was the best route to go instead of using actual photo cards. So here is the front, and I really like the gold foil on the lid there. This took a lot of cutting and scoring to do. So then on the sides, I actually used this purple glittery cardstock. I figured purple, porahe. And then each side has a different BTS photo. Decided to group photos on the outside. I kind of decide if I wanted to make the outside plain or not, but I kind of wanted her to know what she was getting herself into when she opened this box up. In hindsight, I kind of wish I had brought down the horizontal cards a little bit lower so that the lid isn't covering them, but again, my first time doing it, so I think it turned out okay. So what happens is you lift up this lid and bam! This is what it looks like from the next layer down. Down here I did individual photos with just like random BTS stickers that I had. There's Jungkook. We've got Yoongi. We've got RM. And then we've got Jin. Worldwide Handsome. And since only 4 of these actually fit on the outside layers here, I actually used the others as part of the second box that's inside. There's Taeyong. And there's Jimin. There's J-Hope. I actually really love this photo of J-Hope. It's a good one. And then I actually just put a little sentiment card since I didn't want to use like another group picture, so I just used a little sentiment card, and it says, part of cultivating a good life is cranking up the music once in a while and singing along. And I feel like that is very BTS. I used that, and as you can see, the background here that I used is actually the second layer of the box here. So when I was cutting out this layer, the parts that I cut out fit perfectly in here. So that kind of just worked out. After having done this, I realized I should have just done double-sided paper. It would have turned out a lot easier, but having also done it, I realized that you could fit the second layer squares inside the first layer, so it kind of worked out. So that is what the first layer looks like when you kind of put it down after you take the first lid off. So now here is another group photo on top. My friend's name is Vicky, so I put some thickers up here as well. I was really hesitant to put a lot of embellishment and thickers everywhere because I just didn't know how well structurally it would stay up, but I figured for the lids it would be okay. This is what it looks like. Again, I went with a lot of foils, as you can see, just to kind of make it a little bit shiny and bright. Now, when you lift up this lid, you get another one. So here we go. This one says, happy birthday. And then it has a little purple flower with another group photo. I use a ton of group photos for this layer again. So here we've got one. And I also used some washi tape along here. Obviously, if you were to make one of these, you can add whatever embellishments you want. Stickers, die cuts, etc. And then on the sides of the third layer here, I also put more BTS group cards or group photos. And obviously, if you wanted to do yours with actual photo cards, you could. I just didn't want to compromise because I know those are like collector's things, so I didn't want to compromise buying those and then putting them on here and then being like, oh, I have now ruined the tradability of this, you know what I mean? So this just seemed to be the easiest route for me without actually having to physically print them myself. So the photos are actually on a really nice glossy cardstock. They're quite thick, they're really nice and durable, and I liked the white border around them. It kind of made them look a little bit more professional. I like them. And now for the final box or layer, we're gonna lift up the lid. Bam! So isn't that kind of neat, you guys? I don't know, I had a blast making this. It took a long time, don't get me wrong, but it was just kind of fun to make. So this last layer here, so I put little photos of her favorite members, her bias. So she loves Jungkook and she loves Yoongi. So I just used these little Polaroid looking pictures on these 4 sides. So Yoongi, redheaded Jungkook, and another Yoongi there. Obviously in the center you can add whatever you want. So underneath this little gift here, I have my birthday message down there. This is just a little gift for her to open up, obviously, and it fit perfectly in the center, so I figured that would be a nice place to put it. But yeah, you guys, isn't that kind of cute? It's kind of neat. I have no idea how she's going to like store this or keep this or anything. I just thought it was actually really cute, and while time consuming, it actually is quite easy to make. I just looked up a YouTube tutorial about explosion box cards or something like that, and it was quite easy. I have all the tools anyways, which made it a lot easier. And obviously if you want to put it back together, you go like that. Lift these up. I mean, the hardest part about this honestly is all of the cutting, the scoring, and just making sure your measurements are all correct, because otherwise nothing is going to fit perfectly within itself. But once you do all of that, but there you go, it's so nice. I'm actually really pleased with how well this turned out. I think for next time, I'm definitely gonna use double-sided paper. I think that'll be a lot easier. I also don't know what I would do on each side as far as embellishment goes without like photo cards. That made it a whole lot easier, to be really honest with you. I guess I would use like sentiments and stamped images or other stickers or photos of, you know, actual like people that I actually know, or family members or friends or whatnot, or memories. But there's a lot that you can obviously do with something like this. So my biggest concern now for this is I love it, it looks great. I am a little bit concerned about how I'm going to mail it, because it is a little bit fragile, obviously. Like if it gets jostled around, I'm just a little bit worried about how it'll hold up. Honestly, it's just cardstock and tape, you know, holding it together. I think I'm gonna try to secure it with a little bit of bubble wrap, maybe in another cardboard box or something like that. I'm mailing out a big package to her, so this has to stay in the big box, but not get jostled around or pushed around by the other heavier contents in the box. So I think I need to put this in another box so that it doesn't get damaged during shipping. But I thought I would share with you guys. What do you think? Whether you're a crafting fan or a BTS fan, I think this is kind of a neat way to gift someone something that might be a little bit sentimental, might be a little bit fun. So hopefully you guys get inspired by this. Obviously, if you are a fan of a different musical artist, musical group, TV show, fandom, what have you, I think this is a really fun way to incorporate that and also still be a little bit crafty. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's a little bit different from my other type of content. I think on Tuesdays, I'm going to try to release content that isn't exactly Lululemon related, which is primarily what my channel is right now. This channel isn't a Lululemon channel by any means. It's really a melody channel, which means that I just post whatever I want to, which hopefully you like, you find interesting to some extent. But for all of my crafting friends out there, thanks for sticking around if you're still here, and hopefully this also inspires you to make something for yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more crafting stuff on my channel, again, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Just lets me know that you guys want to see more of that again. If you guys want to see more from me in general, you can hit subscribe down below as well. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, staying healthy, staying happy. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!